Ancient Egypt was full of important symbols, but perhaps the most important symbol of all was the Ankh. The Ankh was a symbol that represented life and the very meaning of life itself, and it was represented by a simple drawing. I have a couple of the little Ankh symbols in here. It first kind of looks like rings on this rod, but when I pick it up entirely, you'll see that there's actually a host of Ankh symbols. There's 6 different colors. We have brown, orange, green, red, blue, and yellow. And if you were here, I would use these to help tell you a little bit about your past, your present, and your future, because these colors can play an important role in telling us a little bit about who we are, who we were, and who we're going to become. But since you're not here and you can't pick them out for yourself, I have 6 colored chips here, and I'm going to let fate decide which 3 we use to represent the past, the present, and the future. So one tumbles out of the hand. First one's going to be orange. So the past would be represented by orange. Another little tumble out, we have brown. So brown's going to represent the present. And one more tumble out. What's it going to be? It looks like yellow, that was. So brown, orange, and yellow. Orange representing the past, brown representing the present, and yellow representing the future. And if you were actually here with me, I would be able to give you a lovely little reading based on these 3 colors you've chosen. Now, I'm not going to spend time on this video giving you a reading because you're there and I'm here and we can't get into specifics, and it may just aggravate you more than help you. So instead, I want to leave you with one important message that applies to no matter who you are in this walk of life, okay? If we just put these symbols back into their container, I think you'll understand the meaning of this, perhaps more than anything. Hopefully, it will resonate with you. Because each one of these Ankhs, they all go their separate ways, much like we are in life. They have their own little slot, they have their own little jobs, they have their own little passions, all lined up inside of this container. And when we put the rod through, of course, they are all in unison. And they have to work in unison with the rod. They have to work in tangent because they're all strapped into one thing, being the rod itself. Now, my question to you is, how do you get more meaning out of life? What can you possibly do? It's very simple. Every time you see a crowd going one way, doing one thing, following one path, it may not necessarily be the right path. So my advice to you to make the most out of life is to always make your own path. And when the crowd all seems to be doing one thing, you don't be afraid to go the other way. And despite the impossibility it may seem to be able to do something different and unique, trust me when I say there is always a way based on your past, your present, and your future.